3 years ago, on July 11th, I got a call that no daughter should ever receive. My dad, who was my best friend, had been diagnosed with cancer and he was dying, and I had no idea that he was even sick. I knew he had cancer in the past, but I thought he had always beaten it. When I got to the hospital, I didn't even recognize my dad. He was weak and frail, skinny. He didn't look like the strong man that I knew, and the cancer had spread to his bones and then to his brain. There was nothing that they could do, and they were sending him to hospice. I remember asking the nurse what hospice was. I remember her trying to explain it to me, and I remember asking, so it's a place you go to die. I remember how sad, confused, angry, upset, emotional I was. The next day I went to hospice at 8 in the morning and spent all day with him. The cancer had eaten away at him. He couldn't talk, he couldn't hear, he couldn't do anything. I remember him telling me everything would be okay, that this was only a brief separation and that we would have eternity together. Those were his last words to me. I cried and I hugged him, and I didn't let go, even after he died. That moment, my world came crashing down. I had lost my best friend. I had lost a person I confided to about everything. I had lost a person who calmed me down with one word or one look or one hug. I had lost a person who said he would never leave me and promised that he promised me he would always be there. But he kept that promise. I feel him around me all the time. I hear him in my thoughts and I see him in my dreams. He taught me many lessons. One of the best lessons he ever taught me was that life wasn't a rehearsal, and to live each day to its fullest. And even though he's not here to share all the important events in my life, I know he's watching me, and he's proud of me. He's with me now more than ever. Some days are harder than others, but I always know I can call his name, and he will hear me. I keep this as a remembrance of him. It's got his pipes, it's got sailboats, because he lived on a sailboat. It's got a picture with him in the sailboat. I even have some of his ashes. This was his cutlass because he was a pirate. One of his nicknames was Captain Nemo, and this was a picture that captured him. It captures his soul. I took this with my cell phone, and this is one of my favorite pictures of him. And my brother drew it, and my brother's a talented artist. And my dad knew that me and my brother was finally at peace with our life, and I think he knew that it was his time for him to go. But I keep all this stuff as remembrance of him, and that's my dad.